What time is it? Fuck, I'm late. Oh, God. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, God, we partied too hard last night. Fuck it. This week on Game Budz, we're covering games you play at a party. Oh, fuck!
Hello and welcome to Game Budz, the podcast where four lifelong friends get high and talk about video games. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Bell, and to the right of me I have...
his twin brother, Nick.
And then to the right of him...
Oh man, I gotta get another beer. It's Travis.
And to the right of him...
Andy. It's me, Andy.
And to the right of him, we have a very special guest with us. He will not be partaking in the devil's lettuce, but he will be getting fucked up in his own way. A very good friend of ours. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Alex, and I'm sorry for ruining the integrity of your show, but I feel like for the topic, I'm gonna pour down a bunch of bourbon and make it work.
What is that, Jenkum in there? Is that
Huffin'
your own special way of getting fucked up?
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
That's just how we do it in Jefferson County.
Wait, no, what? It's not possible.
We just all huff Jankum. We just shit in jars and huff it.
Wait,
all
are you
the
guys
time.
huffing it or drinking it? Because I've been drinking it this whole time.
The huffing is the ideal method. I've never drank it.
Oh.
I've never heard of anyone drinking Jankum, but
It's not pleasant.
I think you're missing the point.
Dude, I had some jankum backing
I
up
was
in my basement for free today.
for free. Yeah, you got
Whoa, dude,
for free.
invite me over.
You got other people's Jankum. You got like
I got the town jankum backing up today.
this
No.
week. This week we will be talking about games of the party, games that you play at a party. Everybody, we all get together, we all get fucked up, and there are games that make getting fucked up a lot more fun. And we are here to talk about that. I have no idea what to say from here.
But first,
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I've already had a few shots. So,
You're
but
welcome.
first, we're going to do a little segment we like to call "What Are You On?" All right, welcome to What Are You On? The segment where we talk about games we are currently playing. Nick.
And drugs that
and drugs that we are
ingesting.
currently doing,
Yeah.
which is Jankum.
Jankum.
We are currently
We're all
all
on
hot.
Jankum, so we
this
got
week
that
on
big-
Game Budz, we're doing jankum.
We're high as fuck off Jankum. We're not even smoking weed this week. We are just huffing our own shit.
You do what you gotta.
So let's go ahead and start with our special guest, Boulder. What are you playing? What are you on?
Oh, what am I on? Well, I'm playing Starbound.
Isn't that like Terraria in space?
Exactly, Terraria in space. I got talked back into it. There's some big mods for it that I picked up, and it's a blast. Yeah, I've been deep into it, but I got spreadsheets. It's like work again. It's real tense.
Sounds real fun.
I love a game that needs spreadsheets.
I mean, I would never admit it, on a podcast or anything, but I really do.
This is a safe space.
Oh,
The
thank you.
hallmark of a great game is making you feel like you're at work.
Yeah.
For sure.
I also am a sucker for item management games. It's something about like just collecting items and putting them in boxes and like going, hey, I got this mini. I need to, or Factorio. Ooh,
Satisfactory. You played that one?
I have not.
Oh man. Oh, then you need to get on that, buddy.
I'll put it on my queue.
All right.
All right, Andy.
Oh,
What are you on?
dude, I got really addicted. I'm hooked, man. I'm even jonesing right now. I don't even want to be hanging out with you guys. All I want to be doing is playing Slay the fucking Spire.
Oh, it's spread.
Dude, it's so
Virus is
fun.
spreading.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh man.
Okay.
Corey and I, we got real into it over the weekend, and then I was late for work a little bit coming
no.
off my lunch.
That's the hallmark of a great game, is when it makes you late to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can stop any time, but you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those one more turn type things where
Yes.
like the matches are short enough to where like I'm like, oh, I can get one more in like 10 minutes, like. And oh god, it's actually much harder than I realized. Fuck. Okay, but
There's a question mark.
yeah,
There's
the
a
question marks. Ah,
I love the question marks.
dude.
What do you run as? What's your favorite to run? Have you unlocked any of the other characters?
Right. We got the second one. What's the second one?
That's the it's like the witch or the
yeah.
something like
I can't
that.
remember what the name of it
It's
is.
like a witch in like a skull mask.
Yeah.
And they have like a poncho of leaves, kind of like a classic like swamp like witch.
yeah,
and
she's got like
like,
10 less health.
Yeah. But
like,
they use like get shivs and
poison.
stuff.
The shivs, dude. Yeah, that was super fun. Man, you guys
Shivs
gotta
like
try this.
prison
Yeah.
knives.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little shiv like kunai that you can like just spawn in your hand by using your cards. And,
Oh, it's not like a fucking hardened piece of
No.
newspaper.
Well, it might be like hardened wood or something like
It's not a
it's like
toothbrush you smuggled
No.
in and just sharpened and stabbed somebody with.
oh yeah, keep on going. I just after beating it, you get the fourth character.
Oh,
and I went and
okay,
beat
I was
one of the
wondering.
dailies.
Dude, a Slay the
nice.
Spire style game, but where you're in prison and all the cards are like prison weapons
Yeah,
and stuff.
that
That
would be
could be
cool.
pretty cool.
You gotta go like beat the
You can-
different bosses.
You could actually have like an item management aspect to that too, because you have to like smuggle stuff in and make sure you're hoarding it because people steal from each other.
Yeah.
You'd have like a gauge for your butthole space for how much you could smuggle in.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Your,
yeah,
your
item
currency-
management of your asshole. Like how?
Well, prison roguelike would be very interesting.
Your
sure.
currency is ramen and cigarettes.
Travis, I have a feeling that I know what you're on, but what are you on?
I played a little Slay the Spire myself. I went through and played a couple
We're gonna have
rounds.
to talk more about that after this because I
Definitely.
got a ton of questions. It's
Oh.
super deep.
I guess it's very deep.
Maybe there's an episode in the future about it.
Yeah.
It warrants an entire episode.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I'm-
I'll have to-
I passed up buying Slay the Spire on like a Steam sale so many times because I wanted it on handheld.
Yeah.
I want to play it on Switch. I feel like that'd be a lot more fun.
that would be nice.
But now I got that Steam the Steam Switch coming.
Yeah.
You and Ryan both
yeah.
managed to snag one.
Wow.
Which model did you get?
Oh, I got the mid range model,
Oh,
the
okay.
256.
Nice.
hell
That's
yeah.
probably the one I would have gotten, but I have a laptop that the laptop I'm using it does what it needs to. So.
I was just clicking every single reserve button, and the first one that would pop up that didn't say error was the one I was going to go with, and
Alright.
it happened to be the 64 gig one. So I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm getting
Fine,
it.
yeah. I mean, you can always upgrade. Like,
Oh.
Yeah, it's got external memory.
so yeah, why not?
Yeah,
And
wait.
Gabe
that-
Newell said it does have a slot, but they don't recommend you upgrade the SSD that's in there yet.
A
that makes
slot?
sense.
Yeah, he said there's like an 230 slot in there, something like that.
Oh, so it's pretty much just an extra hard drive slot, probably.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and they're expensive for a terabyte. It's like $180.
Oh yeah.
We don't want you to upgrade it. Wink, wink.
Well, it could be behind
Pretty par
some
for the course with
delicate
Valve.
parts, so they don't want you to like fuck up the warranty and then bitch at them.
Of course, they want you to wait, a little bit.
Yeah.
But besides that, which definitely, those of you who didn't play it, definitely go and play it. It's super fun. I've been playing this game called Disco Elysium, which has been is something else.
Is
It is something
I
else.
keep
I've heard it's a
hearing-
pretty
It's really-
in-depth, realized world, but
Yes.
it's like a tactics RPG or something, right?
I have not gotten to any battles or fights. So at the
How long have you
moment,
been playing?
I've been playing for maybe a few hours worth of time.
No battles in
No
a few
fun.
hours.
No, it's more like a point and click thing. So
but-
Okay, cool.
so basically you choose a character, either a preset or you can make it. There's like 4 stats, and then within those stats there's different like attributes or like skills, like cunning and like strength and whatever. And they're different aspects of your psyche. And like they actually occur as inner dialogue in the like RPG as you do. So you talk to yourself through situations, and like you have a knowledge skill that basically spits out facts and tells you things, because you're a person with amnesia. You have no idea who you are, where you're at. You like basically assume you've just like you look in the mirror and you have no idea who you are, and you're like,
That's me every morning.
yeah. So you're trying to figure out what you're doing. You're supposedly a police officer trying to investigate something,
Oh God.
and you've been there, and people just say you've just been drinking for 3 days, and
That'd be the worst
Yeah.
reality. I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a cop.
yeah,
Fuck.
and it's like weird, but it's in this weird, unique world, and it's like it's very interesting. Like I can't even like remember the what the different languages, because it's like very like foreign. It's supposed to be like really foreign, but like relatable. Like they're definitely allegories to real world peoples and stuff, but it's supposed to be very ambiguous at the same time. But you kind of find out you're like this like hotshot like cop that's really renowned, but no one seems to tell you who you are. Like they always dodge that question. And like you're trying to figure out who you are piece by piece while trying to like solve this murder, and this other cop that comes and like helps you out, and like it has this really cool like oil painting pastel like art style, and it's really, really cool. It has very interesting art.
Spoiler
So what-
alert. You're Jim Carrey.
I'm Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that's who you are in Disco Elysium.
Oh no!
You're a big movie star. You're
Somebody
Jim
stop
Carrey.
me. Somebody stop me.
The ex-cop, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, just some guy named
Just some
Jim
guy
Carrey.
named Jim Carrey, not the comedian, actually.
Like
So
it's
is
like
it-
even
but-
lamer than you expect.
But
Like,
he-
They're like, wait, I'm Jim Carrey? Like, no, not that Jim Carrey.
Oh, shit.
all right, Nick.
No, don't get excited.
How about Nick? What are you on?
I'm still playing Judgment. That game is still really good. I don't know if you guys have even played it yet
No.
or at all. I'll convince you to play it by the end.
It's on
I'm about,
What is it?
I'm about 3. Judgment. It's in the Yakuza series.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's a spin-off. I will tell you how my experience is going with it, since I was playing with it last week and the week before. So I ended up.
It's pretty long. How many hours have you
Well,
put
I'm
in?
only about 3 hours in, but
Oh, okay.
because I can only play it for like an hour every couple of days. So.
Yeah.
But
I understand.
yeah, it's
Hashtag adulting.
I rolled my eyes so hard at the hashtag.
He hates the
But-
word adulting.
Yes, I do. Actually, I do, and the hashtag. But it's a really good game. So you play as a detective named Yagami, and it's funny because this is the first game I think that had an English voice acting option out of the entire series. So they all these like American voice actors are playing Japanese people, and trying to use Japanese like colloquial
treat.
terms and stuff.
Yeah, was it like
Always
the
a treat.
Final Fantasy's first attempt at English voice acting with?
The voice acting is actually a lot better than Final Fantasy. These are actually like pretty good. Like the people who are voice actors in this game are voice actors in other anime and cartoons and stuff like that. But it is funny to hear like just an obvious white person be like, "What's up, Yagami-kun?"
Oh my god.
They do it all the time.
Yagami Sensei.
Yeah, they say it a lot. Yagami Sensei is one they say a lot, but
Oicha.
it's a lot of like courtroom drama.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so the rundown of the part of the plot I'm on is there's a serial killer going around offing Yakuza, and he's poking their eyes out. He's gouging their eyes out after they die. Or actually, the autopsy said they died by a direct blow to the brain through the eyes.
Oh.
But a guy gets arrested for it. A Yakuza member gets arrested for it. A rival captain of a Yakuza clan gets arrested, and you play a guy who used to be a lawyer. He quit being a lawyer because he got a serial killer off the hook because the defense was solid and he believed that the guy was innocent, but the guy ended up murdering his girlfriend later on. And
Dang.
yeah, so he quits being a lawyer because of that, and he becomes a detective, and he works for other lawyers, but you go around gathering evidence to prove the innocence of the guy who's been arrested, who didn't kill the guy. He's still a piece of shit. He's still like a Yakuza piece of shit who has killed people before.
I just didn't kill this guy.
So I just got that guy off the hook,
okay.
and now he's going. But the guy he got off the hook is definitely in cahoots with the real killer. So he's trying to gather enough evidence to lock them both up for good. He has to find out who the real killer is, and then find enough evidence.
Are we trying to empathize with lawyers here?
With ex-lawyers.
Oh,
And he's an ex-lawyer, and he says his job is a lawyer's job is done when he wins the case, but he's not a lawyer, so he's going to keep following this case until he can prove that the guilty parties are actually guilty.
Okay, that's actually kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It like I said last week, and the narrative is super serious until you're in the actual game world, and then you can like go to the batting cage and hit some home runs, and it's so goofy. Like the
Grand Theft Auto 5 like yoga games, and
there's a lot of mini games and stuff, and but it's not like Grand Theft Auto. The mini games are pretty basic, but there's a bunch. I haven't found there's no karaoke in Judgment. In the Yakuza series there is, because Kiryu can sing, but
Majima.
But Tak Yagami cannot. But it's still
How kawaii.
I mean, as far as I can tell, maybe later in the game you go to a different part of Kamurocho and can sing, but as far as I can tell now, he doesn't do that.
Spoiler,
But-
we don't know if there is karaoke.
It's unknown. Karaoke is unknown in this town.
We don't know.
Check back next week.
Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm still on. And other than that, I've been playing Smash Brothers and Tekken still.
Yeah.
Nice.
And last but not
The
least,
classics.
the Rhino. What's the Rhino on?
The Rhino is currently making his way. I'm about halfway through Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, boy.
So
Man.
I just got Thane.
Oh yeah, man! I was
Yeah.
just thinking in my head, like, oh, are you?
I
that
just
thing?
got Thane, so everything is going real peachy keen. I just want there's a way to keep him alive. I just want to keep him alive. There is a way.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert:
Yeah.
Thane is sick,
Oh no.
but you can
Give
keep him
him-
alive if you do the exact right thing.
You just have to cure his cancer.
You
His
just-
terminal illness. You just have to find a cure for.
It's terminal
Yeah, you can,
alien
yeah.
cancer.
I did.
Mass Effect cancer from
You just gotta do
traveling,
it.
from light speed travel. Other than that, I played a little bit. I'm probably on like my 25th like death on Hades,
Oh.
and
Oh yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Is it as good as everybody says?
it really
Yes.
yeah. There's no doubt about it.
It's
man.
The more you play through it, there's infinitely more dialogue options with every single person you interact with, and it's really cool because you give them gifts, they interact with you more and more, they give you stuff, and just nice little perks in the game. It's really it makes it really worth playing through, and makes dying actually worth it in that game.
It's one of the only, if not the only, like roguelike game that I've ever played where the roguelike element to it, where you were repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again, is part of the plot and part of the story, and like builds into that.
Yeah, every time you die and you talk to the same people over and over again, like it's like on friendly terms. Even people like bosses and stuff. Like you're like, oh hey, how you doing? and there's more and more of the story that gets unveiled every single time you die.
Is there a term for that? Like Sisyphoclean or something?
Yeah, it's like
Sisyphus, like Sisyphus,
yeah, which you actually run into in the game.
Sisyphus is the guy who pushes the boulder, right?
That is, I believe.
That's the guy.
Okay,
that's
and
him,
then
yes.
it's Prometheus
snuffle
who
up,
is
I
getting
guess.
eaten by the crows.
But he gave us fire. He's a good guy.
Yeah, Prometheus is awesome. I don't know what Sisyphus did for us, but
Nothing, but he rolls a boulder.
He's strong enough to roll up a boulder and then do it again and again and again till forever, I guess.
Gave a bunch of old people a good metaphor to repeat to you over and over as a child and roll your eyes to.
Yep, exactly.
I stopped
Uphill
playing
in the snow both ways.
Yeah. You know, back in my day, I was Sisyphus. Like literally, I was.
My parents named me Sisyphus.
it's funny that we're talking about this specific subject because I was listening to Weird Al all day, and he has a song "When I Was Your Age."
Yeah.
It's all about that. It's super good.
Weird Al.
It has to be better than Tom Lehrer's Oedipus Rex.
The only Tom Lehrer song I've ever heard is "Poisoning Pigeons in the Park."
That's a good one to only have heard. But
For those who don't know, Tom Lehrer sings songs like a 1920s, 1930s style, but they're all in bad taste.
Okay.
not just in style. I think he has not been around since the 40s.
Yeah, he's actually from
How
that
old is
time.
this?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's not like Richard Cheese.
It's not like a Richard Cheese
I
thing.
thought he was just like some guy who just sang things in the style of, but that was the style of the
He's
time.
ahead of his time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Weird Al of the
It's all this
40s.
time.
The Weird Al, the Tenacious D of the 40s.
Yeah, closer to them.
Dude, I stopped playing Hades because it's coming to PS5.
I just got it on
Gonna be-
Steam.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have
Let's
it.
grab it on
I got it on Switch, and
I've heard there's minor performance issues on the Switch. Like I've heard there's like a couple drop frames and slowdown, but not. All in all, it still runs pretty well.
When
It's
I
been
played it on the Switch,
extreme.
it was fine.
yeah, it was totally fine.
Okay,
good. But then I heard that it was coming out on the PS5 with 4K and 60 FPS,
on the
and I was
PS4.
like, oh well, I'll just
You
wait
know-
for that then.
There was a while where I thought like 30 FPS is fine, but now that I have a computer that's good and a PlayStation 5, like I can't go back to playing games at medium settings.
Yeah.
No way. No
That's-
fucking way. No fucking way.
It's like if Nintendo's like, yeah, we're going to use Nintendo 64 controllers from now on exclusively.
Mhm.
And they're not going to improve them. It's going to be the same exact thing.
We're
Well, you
taking
can't go back.
everything you
Yeah, you can't go
loved
back.
from before and bringing it back to 2022.
Could you go back
Exactly
and play
as you
the
remember it.
original
Yeah, oh my
PlayStation
God.
controller?
Oh, the one
Or
without
the-
the with the
Fuck,
one without
Wouldn't
the,
that be weird?
the-
Or old Big Bertha Xbox controller? Remember those things?
It's called the Duke.
The Duke.
That's called the Duke.
The Duke.
You know, there's repros of the Duke for Xbox One. I don't know
Not
I don't know if
surprised.
it's compatible with Series X, but they exist for the Xbox One and
Those
Xbox
with the
One
large
X.
hands, I understand. I like the
Well,
S. The
some people just like the
S1.
nostalgia of that
Yeah.
giant controller.
The S-Type was the
2001.
That
What a
was
year!
terrible.
when everybody's hands were giant. 2001.
Dude, I remember we at GameStop they used to give you a like an insurance you could buy for $2 or something.
Oh yeah.
One of the controllers stopped working at one of the Halo tournaments we were having over at Travis Morgan's house. So we drove it back up to the GameStop, hanging from the window, like banging on,
Oh my goodness.
banging on the road. Just like held it out the window from the cord, all the way from his house to GameStop. We were like, yeah, this thing is broken.
Oh my god!
And the guy was so mad, but he still returned it because we were like, "You said it doesn't matter if it was damaged."
Did he see you driving with it out the car?
I don't know. I was laughing too
Possible.
hard, but
this is like when we worked there, right?
yeah. That's why I did it because I knew that they would return it.
You got
Yeah.
the
I was like,
inside
they have to
game.
return it.
Yeah,
So we took it to the Fenton one.
Yeah, we knew the insides and outs. But the perks of working at GameStop in the early 2000s were too great to pass up.
Oh, man. But the controller stopped working before that, is what I explained to the dude. And it actually did. Like, it stopped working. Like, there was...
You just made sure.
Yeah,
So
you
we
just,
so like,
you just
oh,
made sure
fuck
that
it.
no one could refurbish it.
Yeah. I didn't think about that at the time because I was 16 and thought I was being a badass.
You're being a little punk. That's
yeah,
what you're being.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I was a punk rocker
Yeah,
at
listening
that
to
time.
punk rock. Listen to mindless self-indulgence. And
That's
dragging controllers in your car down to GameStop to get them replaced.
Yeah.
For
I'm such a punk
$2
rocker.
insurance.
oh my god.
Yeah, we were scumbags. Real scumbags.
That I think you should leave sketch. I'm worried that the
I'm a
baby
piece of shit.
doesn't think people can change. 'Cause I used to be a real piece of shit. That's not the problem. Oh my god. That show's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
All right. I think we've thoroughly discussed what everybody is on. Let's get to today's topic. Party games. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been too fucked up to play a game, but then introduced a game and like, let's play this, and then gets more fucked up. There's no game that I can think that is more appropriate to discuss than an underrated indie gem called 8-Bit Fiesta.
Oh.
It is a Mario Party-like mini-game-based party game with built-in drinking rules. So pretty much, you start a mini game that's like 30 or 40 seconds long, like playing volleyball or trying to dodge a bull that'll kill you to the Mexican hat song, and you just and the loser has to take drinks. Like the losers out of 4 players, they have difficulty settings too. Like they have 1 drink, 2 drink, or 3 drink difficulty settings. Essentially, easy, medium, hard.
It's not just 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3,
it's like-
or an entire shot.
Up to 5. I've seen up to 5.
Yeah, you could
Beers.
It could make you. Well, I was talking about the difficulty setting is measured in drinks, and then
Yeah.
when you lose,
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to mow your grass there.
it's okay. You can mow my grass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
Okay,
can mow
go on.
Nick's too.
Front lawn. And my
But
back lawn.
no, the difficulty setting is based in how 1 beer, 2 beer, 3 beer. But if you have it set on 3 beer setting, which is hard mode, and you lose, you can take up to 5 drinks or a shot, and you can get blackout drunk incredibly fast.
Yeah, I played it at your house a few times, and every time I got way too drunk. Shitting.
Like, I played that game 2 times from what I can remember.
Both at my house.
So you actually
Man.
played
That's
that
actually
game
been
about 6 times.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
See, I played it mainly with Sam, so a 2-player game doesn't go as long as multiple people.
Having 4 people is a lot more fun.
because
for
you
sure.
know, especially if it's give and take, people winning, and 1 person or 2,
Oh, yeah, if you have good gamers.
Yeah,
or even just between 2 people, you can only have so many games,
Oh, yeah.
no matter what.
Oh,
like,
right.
There's a couple. You don't have to be a good gamer to play these games
Oh, no,
very
it's
well.
a lot of
Except
luck.
for there's one game where you have to dodge a bunch of traps and platform. You have
That
to be
one
kind of
was
a good
skills.
gamer to
Skills.
actually win that one.
there's quite a few of them that rely on platforming.
Yeah.
The one that where all the platforms are falling to the ground.
Oh no!
And there's spikes, and you just have to keep jumping on the falling
Yeah.
platforms.
There's also the one where you have to get all the lights to reflect your hologram. You have to hit all the pads to reflect you.
Yeah.
Bowler
Yeah.
was actually the one who introduced me to that game. I went over to his house, and that was one of the drunkest I think I'd ever been, just because of that
Yes.
game.
That was actually the second time you were introduced to that game. You don't
Yeah,
remember the first.
Well, the first time he roofied me, so
That's fair, but I have no illusions. Your little intro thing with hungover, I know that was inspired by me.
definitely, yeah. So
That song just Oh,
It
God.
haunts you, doesn't it?
Waking up, just barely. Oh God, I know I have to be at work, and I'm hearing this song play on repeat over and over and over and over
For
again.
like 8 hours. Like just
your
sleeping on the
dreams.
couch and waking up and just seeing that game over screen.
Oh god. You're like
And
too
listening
drunk
to
to
that
just
song.
like go press the remote control off to turn the TV off. So
It's
like,
too far away. Yeah. Everything's too far away
Everything.
at that
just
point.
let it go.
Unless it's your hand
Loop.
already.
But that game also causes so much like hooting and hollering, as our grandpappy would say, hooting and hollering.
It is a really fun. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that makes you like bounce up and down off the couch because you have to win or else you're gonna get way too tanked.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta do
Bouncing
okay or
always
you're
It-
gonna get too many drinks.
It makes drinking a little scary. And
Random shot rounds.
Yeah.
There-
Oh god. Yeah.
There are a lot of drinking games I've played, like with games where you're making it up on the fly. You're going with it, and there's a little bit of angst, especially for somebody who's losing. But with a game like 8-Bit Fiesta, it's telling you, like, all right, yeah, you have to take a shot. Boom, done.
at least it's got rigid, easy to follow rules.
Yeah, it's got built-in drinking game rules, and if you don't do them, you get ridiculed and shamed by your peers.
As you
So-
should.
Hand in hand.
So
Hand
like
in
it's
hand.
it's definitely a game worth checking out if you just want to forget the last 24 hours of your life.
How much does it cost? It's on Steam, right?
It goes on sale for like $1, but it's like $5 tops.
Yeah.
And you could pay like an extra like 30 or 40 cents to unlock all the characters, or you could just play through the story mode, which, by the way, there is a story mode where you play as Santa Claus trying to stop Hitler.
I had no idea there was a story. You
yeah.
never told me about it.
Did you pay the 40 cents or did you play through the
I
story?
played through the story mode. All it is platforming. It's just
wow.
It's just a matter of principles right there.
I do
How's the
like
story?
that there's that Homer Simpson is in it. I always play as Homer.
oh yeah, the copyright infringed characters that they have.
Yeah, different names. You just need a different name. It's fine.
There's one that looks like Scorpion. There's
A Mario one.
A Mario one. There's Hitler's probably copywritten by Disney or something, but
Disney owns the image rights
to Hitler.
I mean, that would not shock me.
That would be-
Yeah, and
that'd be
and God owns
fitting.
Santa. So
Hey, they're inclusive now. Disney
Yeah.
is inclusive now.
very inclusive. They make it a point to let you know. But no, that game is seriously like, for the times I can remember actually playing it, it's got so many like great warm memories because it's like one of the most fun games I think I've ever genuinely played because it's everybody is just generally in a good mood while they're playing it because they're all fucked up. And it's wonderful.
And it just throws a game at you like, all right, here, jump on these platforms, dodge these things. Like,
They're simple. They're
it's-
simple games.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite memories is like we were at your house, Buller, and everybody was so drunk, and there was like 9 people that like we would just sloppily pass the controller to the person next to us to get them to play for us because we were all just way too drunk to keep playing it. Everybody was way too drunk, but just passing the buck constantly.
You have to be more specific.
Well, that's. I can't put a date on it, but that's happened multiple times, I guess.
Somewhere in the last few years.
Yeah, somewhere in the last like
ballpark.
2 or 3 hazy years. That game came out in like 2015, and one of my favorite things is reading the reviews of it. I was actually reading the reviews today, and the developers are incredibly like responsive too. Like if you leave a review, and the even bad ones. And there was one guy who was like, "Oh, in 10 seconds into playing this, I realized that that it's the only way to enjoy it is if you're drunk or have an IQ of 70 or less." And like,
I got it on both.
to me, well, like that, like I get it. Like you don't have to drink to play that game, but to review a drinking game, and call people who drink.
drunk to play this game.
And call people who drink mentally impaired. That's a
the
new
point
type
of the
of
game,
fucking like, of just like that's a new pedestal that guy just put himself on. Like,
It's gatekeeping video games. Only sober people can play games,
Yeah.
and games can't be related. Like they can't be related to drug culture or alcohol culture.
he went and
At
bought the game and
Like-
played it.
What? Yeah, exactly. What cross section of human beings. Like who is
A lot.
gatekeeping like this,
If
but
that-
also playing 8-bit Fiesta.
The game is not shy about its drinking. Like the whole, like even when you read like the description of the game or even just the title, it says it has a built-in drinking game. And this guy still who doesn't drink bought it, played it, and then called people who drink
Excuse me. Hey.
mentally challenged.
Hey.
This game told me to take a drink. I don't drink game, so I can't play this game.
0 stars out of 5.
So, I watched. I don't know if you guys ever watched Wang and Tales from the Internet on YouTube,
Yeah.
but he does this episode. It's kind of on the subject of gatekeepers, but not really gatekeepers, but people injecting their own personal biases in their reviews and opinions of things. He it's about this guy who ran a Silent Hill wiki, and then on the Silent Hill 4 section, he would insert all this like anti-circumcision propaganda.
I've heard that. I've watched that
and
one.
talk about male genital mutilation specifically all over, and say that Silent Hill 4 had like strong anti-circumcision messages in it, and like it's not really unreasonable to be anti-circumcision inherently. You know, you can have your own opinion on that, but and a lot of people agreed with his opinions, but they're like, "This is a Silent Hill wiki. Like,
We're not here to read about circumcisions.
it's completely inappropriate to insert this into a Wikipedia, a wikia about a video game."
Whoa, dude, hang on. I'm fucking fucked up and confused. He's
He's anti-circumcision,
He's
and he
anti-circumcision.
relates a lot of the imagery in Silent Hill 4
To-
to anti-circumcision propaganda
So he's
against the
pro
United
Silent
States.
Hill 4.
Yeah, he
You
loves
ever
Silent
seen
Hill.
pro-circumcision?
Wait, is he? Yeah, is he
He's anti-circumcision,
So he-
and he thinks Silent Hill is an anti-circumcision statement from Japan about American culture of genital mutilation.
Yeah, he's completely interpreted and like
He sounds
injecting
like
his
he's in a-
opinions in a
He's
wiki.
in a tough spot.
Yeah, putting your opinions in a wiki is.
and a long story short, he ends up getting removed. He voted out. He was an admin of that wiki. People tried to call him out, and he was like, "Fucking joke's on you. I'm the admin of this site." And then,
That's what I am. The manager.
but then he gets voted out of his admin position by the community.
Yeah, he tries to come back, and but he's immediately called out.
It is-
Like, there's just no denying it.
It's truly an insane story.
I love those.
I mean, can you go into your coffee shop and hey, how was your weekend? And you're like, hey, I got voted out of my thing because I was really, really against circumcision.
Did you know Silent Hill? Did you know that Silent Hill 4 is an anti-circumcision message from Japan to America?
You just know he like talked about it all the time, dude. Like not even in that. Like he probably brought it up in
yeah.
real life conversation.
Though imagine you don't know what Silent Hill 4 is, so they have to preface this by explaining Silent
So
Hill.
Silent
4.
Hill is like this.
series.
This is a scary thing.
Okay,
So you're leading up with this horror.
You think the
game
monsters are
that-
scary in Silent Hill? Wait till you hear about what they represent.
Yeah, that's why they call the
the
foreskin
real
the Silent
terror.
Hill.
It's a real terror.
The Silent Hill.
Yeah, they call the foreskin
Oh
the Silent
shit,
Hill.
dude!
Who is
I think
they?
you just red pilled me.
Well, they call it circumcised. Foreskin, the Silent Hill. On that note,
I don't even know where we came from.
yeah, on
8-bit Fiesta.
Yeah. 8-Bit Fiesta, good party game.
Ryan's
it
favorite
all-
party game.
8-bit Fiesta always leads to conversations like this, whether you're playing it or not.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It is a good time.
That you may or may not remember.
5 stars. All right, Nick.
Okay, so my first pick is another indie. It's an indie gem. I think everybody should play it. And I bought it for $1 on Xbox Indie Marketplace back in 2012 when it came out. And I heard the chairs squeak in my headphones and in real life. It was pretty funny. But yeah, it was only $1 when it
Yeah.
when it first hit the Xbox Indie Marketplace, because that was back when that was new. And but it's a game with super dramatic music and lots of beefcakes. It's Mount Your Friends.
Oh, what a game!
Just
I
the
gotta
wet
mark that one off
slapping
mine.
noises of that game.
And the grunts, all the
wet
grunts.
slapping it takes a quick back seat to the dramatic music.
The music it definitely gives it like that extra flair the whole game it's brimming with personality. You play as these. There's a goat. The objective is to build a tower, but
tell us,
I
what is
forgot
it?
about
yeah.
goat.
So there's
Tell
a
us about
goat. The tower
set the
it starts
stage.
as a goat, and you play as a beefcake, and you have a team of beefcakes, and this can be as many players. I think up to like
From the
8
country of your
players.
choice.
Yeah, eight,
They
players.
they all
definitely.
have they're all from they have a fictional country flag and fictional names. Lots of
Ulysses.
Yes.
Ulysses was a common name. But you play as these beefcakes with that are each limb is controlled individually. It's got kind of like floppy physics, and you each
like a
face.
quap.
Yeah, it's like
Extra
quap.
floppy
Each
for
face
ya.
button controls an individual limb, and you have to maneuver and climb up, and they stick to each other. And there's all these like wet slapping noises of
Yeah.
skin on skin and grunts. But the coup de grace in the aesthetic is these rotating dongs on everybody. The giant dongs that spin and rotate on everybody. It is.
Yeah, like just imagine like a stopwatch that's just going nuts, like or like in the movies when time is being rewound or fast forwarded. When the hands on the clock are just going nuts, like that's what their dongs do in this.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, and if you're really drunk, this game gets hard. It gets harder and harder the more you drink. There's no specific drinking game that drinking themed game that I've ever played while playing this, but I have played this and gotten drunk over time while playing it. Yeah, in groups of like 10 of us, we'd
take a
all
while.
pass the controller. That's great. You only need one controller, and you can have as many players as you want.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you can just share one controller and do like
Yeah.
16, 18 people at a party.
You could do like tournaments and stuff, and each to preface this, like each face button on the controller, like think Xbox, XBYA, they all control a separate limb, and that can get confusing the drunker you get,
Easily.
because like they only move when you're holding down that button.
And you like twirl the control sticks to like thrust yourself with your like appendages, and you have to like release the buttons to like stick to surfaces.
Yeah.
So you're like those weird like sticky mans that you throw against a wall and they come down, like, and it has like a cool physics, so you can like fling yourself around and stuff. So if you get really good, you can like cartwheel into the air and like overshoot into the air and like go super high, but you could overshoot and fall back down to the bottom. You have to climb back up.
Yeah,
Oh
there's,
man.
there's no feeling more heartbreaking than like getting close to the top, getting cocky, and then just like doing a spectacular fling, and then going way over the top and just flying all the way over and just getting yourself out and just having to watch the rest of the game.
Yeah. So I don't think we mentioned that there's like a building height that the farther you go, you have to try and get to this line every turn. You have to kind of stretch your arms up.
Yeah, you
and
only
like
have
every
60
time,
seconds.
Yeah, you set a height every time, and you try to be the highest height, and like you can and there's a time limit. Yeah, 60 seconds. So you have to do it within that, and the higher it gets, obviously, the longer it goes. But you can like fucking people over like by like building to a right or a left, so it's like a wall or like a warped wall that you have to go around, and it's like you're like climbing a cliff face, you know? Yeah. Oh man, that game builds anxiety so much.
It's so crazy too. Like once you get up into space,
You might as well
and
play
you have
the-
to do
yeah.
60. You have to do the whole thing in 60 seconds. You're just only flinging, like
Might as well play that Sonic like drowning music. Like, once you start getting the last 10 seconds.
If it played more intense music at the end, it would be crazy. So I had trouble. I just found the music, and
Really?
it's royalty-free music, so you can use
Yeah.
this on anything you want.
nice.
But it's by a guy named Kevin MacLeod.
Okay.
I guess, and Kevin MacLeod maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be a different MacLeod, but there's like 4 songs. This one's called Hero Down.
This music is killing me.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to be doing something right now.
I got 60 seconds to climb a hunk. Oh man, it always seems to like get super epic, like at right when something incredible is about to happen. Some either some great fling or some tremendous failure.
Or you just like get your buttons mixed up.
Yeah,
And your arms go crossed.
Yeah,
And you
oh,
like
God.
start, you're like upside down.
Yeah, you can tangle up in yourself very, very, very easily.
Or if you like launch yourself and then you just suddenly just go like limp in your body,
Yeah.
just like you're like you don't know where your limbs are going. Like, no.
The worst feeling is whenever there's crunch on the clock and you go for the fling and you end up fucking it up, or you fly over it, or
Yeah,
you don't
overshooting.
your
That's
limbs
the
don't
worst.
flail in the right direction so you can't catch on. Your limbs automatically stick to the people unless you hold the button down. That's how you
Yeah.
release and move your limbs.
And sometimes you just push that button and you don't know why. You push those buttons and you're like, no, and you slip right off, and you just fall to the bottom. Disqualified. And of course, those who are disqualified are executed.
One cool thing about this game is it was $1, but it had an online play mode
Yeah.
and a community. So
It
I would
still
play.
does.
I would play online in the very early days of this game, and there'd be like 2 other people that I would matchmake with, and they were so much better than me.
Oh,
I was
that's what I was
I
gonna
was
ask.
good at the game, but the people online they had it down to some crazy science.
Really?
Of
Yeah, and
course.
that's saying something because I got into that game very early
Yeah,
into
it's
it.
Online.
Yeah, we got it pretty much like right after it came out. Like,
Yeah.
Because it
It was on an impulse buy. I just wanted to buy
Yeah,
a new game, and I was
it's
like,
all
"This
your
one's only $1. It looks funny."
the XBLA was
Oh, it's
something
funny.
else.
It's definitely Bowler. You have the 3D version, right?
I have the 3D version on my computer.
Yeah, where you use the mouse to control, like, and you can actually angle around the mound,
What?
and then
Yeah,
like,
there's a 3D version. It's a bit different,
I
but
think-
the basic principle is the same.
yeah, it's you climb a mountain, but instead it's in like 3D, and you use the mouse to rotate the camera around, but you use the right and left clickers to and you only control your hands too to climb up the mountain. It's really really funny.
I
But
mean, my
it's-
gut is that that's like unnecessary, but
or completely necessary because they made it and it's intensely popular.
Are the dicks in 3D?
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, my.
the dicks are there.
Oh,
the dicks
my.
are there.
A
Yeah,
hard man is good to
3-dimensional.
climb.
3-dimensional, definitely.
Nice. You gotta wear 3D glasses so they're like.
Yeah. It's like the red and
Wait.
blue.
Yeah,
are you guys not wearing your 3D glasses?
What? Not. Yeah, mine broke.
Are you guys just me?
Well, Bowler, you're always wearing yours. It's a fashion statement at this point.
Yeah, but I thought it worked.
So yeah, I think it's like $15 now,
Yeah,
but it goes on
Whoa.
it goes on sale a lot. So I nab my copies on Steam for
Yeah.
like $4 for both
That's
the
not bad.
games.
It's
so
worth it for sure.
yeah, I mean,
definitely.
it's worth the $15.
'Cause-
The amount of enjoyment and time I put into that game, it was worth
Yeah.
more than $1 for sure.
The
so.
amount of like random character generations they do, like the different like accessories,
You get
skin
some of them have
colors
different
and-
haircuts. Some of them are like
Yeah.
kitty cats.
Yeah.
Some of them have
You
mustaches.
have Borat thought like speedos on.
They all
like,
have speedos
But
on.
yeah, like they have weird ones. Some of them are like didn't they have like a pixelated one that came out where it was just like naked with her pixelated?
I haven't
Probably.
seen that. I haven't played the game in a while, but they update it on. I know they update it on Steam, so you're
Yeah.
always getting a new rotation of characters.
Yeah, they added more names than just Ulysses, and that's why it costs $15 now.
Oh yeah, they had to look
Deal.
in that name journal. You know, and get those
We
names
updated
out.
all the names.
We gotta keep
Raise the price $10.
I always loved the story that they all came up with about.
Oh yeah.
We
Behind.
like
Oh, the
do like
commentators.
commentary. Yeah.
It was a black day in friend climbing.
It was like like a sort of post-apocalypse Hunger Games
Yeah,
type
like the Hunger Games. Everyone sent their best.
Yeah,
of the best.
all these weird countries that formed sent their best.
You fight for the country. Whoever wins,
they mount for their country.
whoever loses, they never come back.
Yeah, they're all executed except for the one.
Except for the one on top.
Yep.
Well, the people in that country get to live, right?
Yeah. All
Yeah,
the ones
yeah.
below that are of that team.
It's like the Olympics, but everybody, all the losers die.
There's
So as they-
one game, and it's fatal.
As this mountain of beefcakes hold each
Man,
other up.
So it's
they're all
just like the
"Oh."
Olympics.
Climbing Man Mountain.
If you're number one, you know, like
You bring great honor to your country.
It's all about it's
It's all about honor.
yeah.
So yeah, highly recommend. It's a very fun game to play at a party. And everybody can play, and even if you're bad at it, it's really funny.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how many spinning dongs do you get?
11 spinning dongs out of 10.
Man.
Because you can't make a 0 out of a dong. So
And if there's a
the 1s and 11 are dongs.
You could. It
there's
just
a
would
chance
take
of
a
you
lot.
waking up to that song playing over and over and over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, just like waking up and this is in the background, like nobody's pressed
Wake you
start
up.
yet.
Yeah, that's right. This one also has that factor, the 8-bit factor of like just repeating.
Yeah, it doesn't go until
the
someone
music.
So
presses start.
if you fell asleep to this game, you could wake up to this song.
Oh.
This is the menu song.
That one feels like it would invade your dreams a lot harder.
This one makes me feel like I'm ready to play some mounting of friends.
We should do a live stream of that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
yeah.
Yes. Oh man, totally.
But yeah,
So good.
that's my first pick. So we'll move on.
Dude, I've heard that's a hot track.
It is. I mean, use it in a mix.
Yeah, David Bowie wrote it.
It's like a Bodzen track. See Stephen Bodzen dropping this.
That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
What's your first pick, Travioli?
All right. Well, mine's a little classical. I'm not
Classical
classic,
gaming.
not classic.
Beethoven
gaming,
played this game.
but like I don't know. Yeah, classical. I'm gonna go with Rock Band.
Oh,
That was on my list.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was gonna
Rock Band.
play some music from the game, but I
Yeah.
cannot play any
Yes,
of the music
I
from
thought
Rock
we
Band.
can.
Is there
talk
menu
about-
music?
There's not. I think it's basically just brown.
I think that
Like mic
the
checks
and the
and
menu
stuff.
music is just songs that are in the game, just
Yes.
really quiet.
Yeah, like it's being played in another room, being practiced or something.
play
Yeah.
somebody like failing really hard.
So those of you who
Like the worst rock band performance.
those of you who have no idea, Rock Band is a game where you mimic playing instruments that are made of plastic, and they have like a little track that runs down the screen, and you have to hit the buttons that correspond on the controller, in time. And
a
it
track
plays
full of
popular
licensed songs we're
Yeah.
unable to use.
We can mock sing them, but no, we can't. We can talk about the names of them. But yeah, I vividly remember when you guys got Rock Band. Oh, that was a fun night.
We played it
It was-
till like 3 a.m. several times, much to the dismay of our neighbors and our parents.
so much Rock
Those
Band.
drums, you could just hear like a tuck, 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 tuck. They were so loud. The drums were very loud, and I played them incessantly.
Yeah.
I would play those drums for hours every day, and I got good at them. I was pretty good at those drums.
Yeah, it was pretty challenging for whatever you did. They had like a very good variety of songs. A lot of, obviously there was a finite amount of songs at the beginning before they started adding a bunch of DLC and then expanding the universe.
There's no one I know who's like okay at drums who is bragging about being good at the drums.
Yeah.
In the Guitar Hero. So
in Rock Band.
in Rock Band.
in the Guitar Hero.
Yeah, Guitar Hero with the whole set was lame, but Rock Band was cool.
Yeah, Rock Band just nailed it. But it was harmonics. How could you go wrong? Like
Yeah.
harmonics are they're like the masters of like rhythm games, like in peripherals too. Like they always had a knack, DDR and
Harmonix
Oh.
put out the DDR peripherals?
No,
I mean, not the
way.
peripherals, but they made the games and
I thought
What?
DDR's Konami, isn't it?
Yeah, DDR's Konami.
Oh, okay. I thought Harmonix did a.
Harmonix might have produced like peripheral.
I think
or something,
they brought him
but,
over here
they-
or something, or helped bring him over here. Oh,
They
I guess
might
not.
have. We could be talking out our asses too.
Or am I
We do
thinking
that
the
a lot.
opposite?
This is
The
a segment we
DDR
like to
people
call
took
ass
over Guitar
Ass
Hero because Red Octane was DDR, involved with DDR.
Red Octane made DDR pads for sure.
They made those like super sturdy metal pads.
Maybe
We
I'm
have
thinking-
Matt,
yeah,
our brother
okay.
Matt has one of them.
I
And it's
retract
actually
my
really
statement.
cool.
Those are nice,
Either way,
dude.
Harmonix are the United States masters of rhythm.
Yeah, and oh man, I have a lot of memories of pissing off neighbors with Rock Band.
Or just it got to a point like our older brothers and our family like saw it as a novelty, and they would make us bring it over and,
I mean-
and just to watch us play it.
It was in that era with the Wii and stuff, where it was like the stuff that can be inclusive to everyone.
Yeah,
so
they
it was
could,
a game everyone.
You know,
could
our
enjoy.
parents could play it because it at least had like a karaoke aspect
Yeah,
to it for
yeah.
sure.
The
Yeah, but they made us
gamer.
play it.
Yeah,
They didn't sing or they didn't play anything. They didn't even sing. They made us play it and sing.
I have Rock Band 4 specifically for karaoke because during quarantine just missed it so much that we had to get it. And also the guitars were very expensive, so we
Yeah.
just stuck to the.
Yeah, but you're
that.
sitting on a gold mine right now with those.
Oh, do you have some?
Oh man,
Bowler
Yeah.
has some
Guitar Hero.
Guitar
guitars?
Hero controllers for 360, right?
Oh yeah, a couple. How much of a gold mine are we talking about?
Dude, apparently they're worth money now, which is
got the
crazy
Rock Band
because
4s.
at one point at GameStop when we worked there, we had so many
Oh,
that
yeah.
we would tell people no.
Yeah, we couldn't accept
we
them
would
anymore.
take them for we would sell them for like $1 or $2.
well, I mean, like they handed them out like candy in every single game. Like for some reason, like
Yeah, you could buy pretty much every game
Yeah.
with a guitar.
it was obnoxious.
Yeah.
It got
And
it
after
got
a while,
out of
they
hand.
stopped updating the guitar model. It was like
It was just
between
that
the
one.
between the first and the second one, there was an update, and then that was it.
Yeah, I
And now they're all gone. What they all got thrown in the trash.
They
and
stopped
now-
making them, and yeah.
I might still have my guitar and drum set at my house too. I have to look, but I think I still have those.
It's
yeah.
crazy to me that they're expensive now.
I mean,
Yeah, they're like, I was looking for them because like there's like a PC game that somebody made. It's essentially just Rock Band or Guitar Hero, but they can program any song that they want in it. It's like a Stepmania, but with Rock Band. And
Aren't they doing a new Rock Band too?
huh?
There's Rock Band 4, and it's still going. They
don't-
still put songs out for.
Oh.
I don't see them
For the
making
new Rock Band.
a new one anytime soon.
But you can just download the songs for free on the PC one. I can't remember what it's called, but Danielle has a Guitar Hero. My wife has a Guitar Hero controller, but it's for PS2, and I can't use it for shit.
Womp womp. You got to get one of those sweet Xbox 360 Guitar Hero ones.
I might
The-
still have one.
That one-
I might still have the Paul McCartney Beatles Rock Band bass.
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Beatles Rock Band. Yeah, it had a couple of good offshoots. The Beatles Rock Band, because Rock Band, I don't know, Rock Band was really leaned on the DLC and the marketplace for adding songs, and like if they did have offshoots, they like it was more of like you can like add it to your repertoire, like you could import it over, and if you were like really diligent, you could have some songs that you can't get anymore.
We had a bunch.
Yeah,
and,
we did.
You could Rock Band 3 is pretty easily modded too. So I there was a point where I stopped buying songs off the marketplace and was just downloading the custom ones that people made.
That's cool.
I was really into Anamanaguchi at the time, so somebody did a bunch of the songs from them or a bunch of video game music from other games that obviously would never show up on a Microsoft console. But it was cool. It was really cool.
I don't know if you've looked at the marketplace now, but there's in the tens of thousands.
Yeah, I
of
mean every
songs.
song from every Rock Band is available. Plus
There
more
are
and more and more.
a few from the first two Rock Bands. If you haven't imported specifically from those older games, I don't think you can do that anymore. So if you
Oh,
hadn't
wow.
already done it before to the current one, then you're out some of those songs.
Yeah, we had. Oh, I imported
Roundabout?
all the songs.
Roundabout by Yes. unless you've imported it from the older
Oh
ones, you
man,
can't buy it.
that one's so fun to play on
It's-
any instrument. On any instrument.
You have to get it from like one of the imports, and you can't buy it. It's not there anymore. So you have like there's some that just
Yeah, it
they
was
don't
in,
have the
I think it was in
license.
Rock Band 2. So if,
Yeah.
if you don't import it from Rock Band 2.
You're out of luck, and I was so disappointed.
That was a really cool feature that they had, though. Is
Yeah.
like if you bought the old games, you could just put all those songs,
Yeah.
all but a couple, in the new game.
How insane! Like that's pretty valuable. If you've been like investing in it for a while, you can have. We have a friend that we had who worked, Joe Man Warren. He has in like 5,000, like in the thousands of songs. Like he's been like he has every
course he
single rock
does.
band that ever came out imported to his like new system and stuff. So like it's crazy. Very envious.
I haven't personally played that and gotten drunk because the height of my playing Rock Band was before I was of age.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
We
like
still
if we-
drank.
Yeah, but it can be played by anyone at any party. Like if you just throw it on at any gathering,
Yeah.
like anyone can play it, and everyone wants to play it. It's like one of those games that kind of has a draw. Like
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
want to try it. You know?
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's fun.
If you're not playing it, it's people are making background music for you, even with the dissonant messing up
Yeah.
of the guitars.
Yeah.
And then like the drunker you
booing.
get, the more you can sing. You know, like
Yeah,
you get
anybody
braver
can
and you want to
sing.
perform. You know.
Yeah,
You break
the
something.
booing, the incessant booing, because if you're drunk, you're gonna lose at that game for sure.
I got more smashed in my life going over and playing Rock Band than it was like probably the top 4 drunkest I've ever been. Like
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know. I have no idea how I got there. I don't know how I got back. So it was after Christmas Eve party after work. You know.
Oh,
so
that
we
makes
did
sense.
that. We got so drunk, same had to tap out. But I was like, I'll go over still. So I went over, ate pizza. Man, yeah,
Sounds awesome.
It was really fun. It was really fun. But man, I
Ate
was
pizza,
like,
played Rock Band. Don't
memories
remember
are
any of
hazy.
it.
They're totally hazy.
It would definitely be a good one. We should, if we can get a hold of some instruments, it would be fun to
Well,
get something set up.
My
Dude,
older
yeah,
brother
I'd love to
has
play that
the
again.
complete Rock Band 4 set, so
Let's
well, you
talk
should buy
to
it off of him.
he probably just lets me use it because it's in his attic, literally just sitting in his attic.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
Yeah.
He'll probably just let you
Older
have
brother
it.
coming in collect.
Just get it, borrow it,
No, he
and
wouldn't let me
never
have it.
return it.
Borrow it, never return it.
No, he's coming over tomorrow. I'll ask him. We can rock out. We can definitely rock out.
Yeah,
with
and
this
just
Rock Band.
keep it, and then he'll never ask about it again.
Wait, what does it play
I'll
on?
say Braden.
You never
It's,
know.
PS4.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wonder if
So-
they'll do Rock Band 5 for PS5.
I mean, I think they'll do it eventually. They have to. I imagine they will, but I feel like it'll be a little bit of
Dude,
time.
Rock
because-
Band with ray tracing is just gonna be out of this world.
Dude, the light
man.
shows. The light shows are gonna look
4K.
cool.
It
Fog
looks so
machine.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have the Rock Band. I have a Rock Band
VR.
fog machine
I
still.
remember going to your house on
Oh,
Cleveland.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a fog machine that only works when it's plugged in with Rock Band.
So it's useless right now.
It is completely useless.
Oh, my
So
God, what
it's
an
a
obnoxious
Fog machine
peripheral.
paperweight.
Like the era of peripherals. What an obnoxious time.
What a great time.
We live in an era of DLC now, though. I'd
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
at least
digital.
buy a cool peripheral than just digital.
Where's my
da-
Bad Cats
just data.
DLC?
Yeah, I want something tangible that I can collect.
Like a
Doesn't everybody
like a
know?
Let it sit in my
skateboard
closet
that's a
for years.
controller.
Oh God. Oh God. That Tony Hawk ride. Yeah.
Oh no! Piles and piles of those plastic skateboards.
Those are
Yeah.
always going to be worthless.
Yeah, no one's ever going to use
Unless,
them again.
yeah.
Too bad it wasn't a good game. At least it would warrant, you know.
It's a good idea.
It's
It's a good idea, especially if it actually could make somebody get into skateboarding or help them get better at
it in the
skateboarding.
arcade.
Is there a long
But-
play of like Dark Souls with somebody beating it with one of those?
Probably.
Definitely, and they're better than you at Dark Souls.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm not good enough. I didn't
Blindfold
get good.
backwards.
Oh my god.
I didn't get good. If you can't beat it with a crazy peripheral, you're not good.
Fucking what are you doing?
If
Why
you're
are
still
you-
playing with a regular controller, what are you?
Yeah, if you haven't beaten it with a harmonica tied, like a harmonica just wired to your fucking Xbox, then you're a piece of shit.
A harmonica beating Dark Souls with a harmonica.
Yeah, exactly. The harmonica is your controller.
One Rock Band peripheral I never got to use was the keyboard.
Yeah, the
peripheral.
keyboard.
I've
No one-
still never gotten to use the keyboard.
Yeah,
never-
same.
But that seems like it
Yeah.
would be fun.
I heard it's difficult because
I
it's
bet it is.
mirrors like more like actual traditional piano like key layout. So it's I mean, it was more of a expert instrument as opposed.
I would have mastered the shit out of that. I would have played that until I was the best at it.
You gotta get the
for sure.
guitar one though, because they had the keyboard.
Whoa, was there a guitar?
Yeah, they had a guitar.
Oh, shit,
I
that's
think
cool.
it was for Rock Band 4.
I've never seen the guitar. I've just seen the keyboard.
Yeah.
But that's still really cool.
Saw it at V-Stock when I worked there a few times, but it was very expensive.
What's your dream? What's your dream peripheral?
My dream.
Dream peripheral for Rock
An
Band
accordion.
4.
Yeah.
Ooh, some Blues Traveler.
And Weird Al. You could add all the Weird Al polkas.
No,
I was
I-
thinking a theremin.
Theremin?
Yeah,
Accordion, man.
A theremin.
USB theremin.
Bagpipes. Bagpipes.
I was thinking
This is a woodwind.
maybe a timpani.
You know, you could probably use a theremin for the vocals as long as you were to match the right note on that theremin.
Yeah, I felt like I had to.
Oh man, maybe a jaw harp.
Yeah,
Most repulsive instrument. in the
A
world.
washboard, like just
Washboard,
all the
yeah.
hillbilly instruments.
Yeah.
A jug.
Spoons.
A jug and
Jug.
spoons.
Rock band spoons are like $60 a spoon.
5 spoons.
A ham bone things where you put little like
Spoon man with spoon. The spoon cover. Or spoon man.
Spoon man, but it's only spoons.
a ham bone one where you put little pads all over your body and have to slap. Your
Yeah,
knees
it's like
and-
little
sweet.
sensors, like diodes you put on your body that they react like it's like DK bongos you put on your body.
I'm gonna play up down funk, but I'm gonna play the.
I'm gonna
the
ham bone and spoon.
You want to play bass or lead? Ham bone.
Yeah, you. That was Uptown Funk. Oh,
Yeah, that's the ham bone part. The Uptown Funk.
That's incredible.
Take notes, Bruno Mars.
All right.
On that note, Andy, what was your first choice?
Oh well. All right. That was actually my first choice.
Oh dang! Sorry, man.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Just kidding.
That was your second choice.
That was my
Psych.
third choice.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm just picking the backup.
First choice.
First,
Back up.
third, they're all the same.
Yeah, they're all
damn
first
numbers.
choices, but I had to like put them in a line.
In order.
First choice, Killer Queen.
Oh,
Yeah. What a game.
That game-
oh,
The 5-on-5, if you can get a solid group, it is
Yeah.
really fun.
it's so simple. I mean, you only have one button? Is it one or two buttons?
You have two buttons. You have
Two
a jump button
Yeah, you got
and
jump and the attack, or like the
wait, no, I think
Not
you only have
attack.
one. I think
Yeah. Moving.
yeah, you only
moving
you
button.
you have start and then you have jump. Like
Yeah,
it's pretty big
okay,
because
that's
like
what I thought.
whenever you
Yeah,
touch
it's one
somebody,
button.
you automatically attack them.
yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, You
Yeah, it's
just
very
stand
simple.
Still, and that's how you go into the fucking power up things, dude. There's something so magical about like a 5-on-5 game where it's like tight, you know, and you're going back and forth and
Yeah, I like that. Really, the best way to win is to actually strategize because
Yeah.
I always feel like the first round of Killer Queen is everybody kind of getting their bearings and kind of a lot of chaos. But then the second round, somebody starts a strategy, and then it's up to the players to pick up on that
Yeah.
and then strategize against them. And
Yeah.
there
It's
is
a game that yeah, it's like anybody can just pick up too because you can play it with complete strangers or people who have never played it before, and then like 1 or 2 games in, everybody's like all in.
Yeah.
a lot of shouting, and high fiving, and yeah, that game is so good.
Yeah, because there are 3 ways of victory.
Yeah, there's the economic victory where you get all the purple balls and put them in the holes.
The ride the snail or kill the queen 3 times.
Okay. Yeah. So it's basically like Civilization.
Yeah, exactly. Like Civ.
Yeah, it's how real life works.
Writing,
one of my other favorites.
I always win in Civ
Go
by
for that
writing
snail.
the snail.
The snail victory.
By the way, the best party game is Civ.
I almost wrote that, and then I was like, wait, that's not really a party game. I mean, it's fun to play.
Not very accessible to
Right.
everyone.
It's yeah. That could like kill. It's like a party killer.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody having fun? Let's load up a game of
You
Civ.
guys want to watch me play Civ?
You're mining resources, and it's like, oh yeah, this is a real party. I can't wait to chop some wood, move on from the Iron Age to the modern age.
Yeah, then it starts to become like 45 minutes per turn. It's like, we're going to let me. I got a farm.
Decide what to do.
My entire.
Yeah, nothing's been happening for a while.
I've heard Gandhi is pretty brutal in Civ.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a glitch that in the first or second one where Gandhi can get so passive it breaks the game and just makes him super aggressive.
Yeah, it rolls it over backwards to super max.
Yeah,
aggressiveness.
and he just starts firing nukes at you.
Yep.
But he keeps saying go on with peace and stuff. He's just
And that was like a glitch in the first game, and so to pay homage to the other games, they do it in every one. They've made him like the hardest.
That's so funny.
He's the most aggressive NPC.
yeah, definitely by far.
So yeah, Killer Queen is fun. I'm glad it got ported to Switch.
yeah.
The Killer Queen Black
yeah.
is super cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
only
wish you
4
could
on
do
4
yeah,
instead of
that's what I
5 on
was saying.
5.
Wish you
it
could do
could be
5.
though. They could have made it 10 players,
It makes
but
more sense. I think
each
4 is
sw-
more rounded when it comes to that kind of console gaming thing.
yeah, you're
Especially if you have 4 per console, it's easier to do 2 sets of Joy-Cons instead of 2.5 sets of Joy-Cons. Not many people have 5 Joy-Cons laying around.
right. Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
our TVs and the consoles would just explode if we did 5 players? What's the deal? Why can't we?
I mean,
do
you can
5?
play a full 8-player game on one Switch.
you can?
now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's
they've
just
updated it
balancing.
where you can
Okay,
do
so-
that.
It's probably a balancing thing, probably. I don't know. There's got to be
Yeah.
a reason.
Well, the
for
Switch
it.
can only hold 8, can only pair with 8 controllers at a time.
well,
So
there you go.
that's
okay.
probably why their initial thought. But they could have. But if you have 2 Switches, you could have 5 people on each Switch. So that the limitation is there. Probably just for
And it-
single
it-
Switch play.
It makes
Yeah.
the game feel slightly different. Having
does.
yeah, because the strategies just have to be a little different.
Yeah, because before you could have you realistically could have the queen hunting or protecting, and then you can have one set gathering and one set attacking, defending, or snailing.
Yeah, exactly. You get like pairs, 2 pairs plus
Yeah.
a queen versus
or
3
yeah.
workers. It changes it up a lot. It sounds
Yeah,
so
it-
stupid to say, but
it completely changes the feel of the game. I agree, but it's still good. I mean, the spirit of the arcade is still there. It just feels different.
Yeah.
Are there any more alterations? Are the levels scaled differently? Are there
yeah,
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 there
yeah.
are
It's
different-
completely different
and
level
there's
setup.
There's
Okay.
also.
there's different.
I haven't played it that much, but I
upgrades.
imagine there's a black queen you can play as, right? That can kill both teams, right? I don't
I
know.
don't think I've ever played that mode.
I don't know. I don't. Why
I
do
was
they call
gonna
it Killer
say-
Queen Black? I don't know, man.
Huh.
I don't
Yeah,
know. What's
yeah.
different? I don't.
Huh?
I don't
I
fucking
mean, it is
know.
technically a different game.
I do wish there was just the arcade level set up, but I
nice.
get it. The screen, the arcade screen is pretty big, so I'm sure the resolution,
Yeah, that's also
you
a
know,
thing.
however many pixels are horizontal and vertical are completely different.
Man, this would have been perfect for the Wii U.
Yeah, actually,
The Queen has the
the Queen uses
big. I don't know. The Queen uses you have to have 2 Wii U's at that point.
Yeah.
You could not do it on one.
The Wii U is cool though. I still have mine.
The Wii 2.
Yeah. I basically keep mine so I can play Wii games.
Yeah.
So that's a nice feature. Because all the good games for Wii U almost all of them have been ported to Switch now and are better on
very
Switch.
Very few amount that haven't been ported over to the Switch now.
Yeah, very few. We're just missing out on those Game Boy Advance ROMs and stuff.
And DS, it's got DS emulator on it. It's really cool.
It is possible. I think Nintendo. I don't know. Nintendo is. That's so frustrating. They could just get all the money in the world and everything, and they don't. They just don't.
They just don't. They could be making more.
They don't care. They just do their own thing. You can tell them whatever you want, and they'll still release the Virtual Boy.
Another Virtual Boy.
They'll still go for
Virtual
it.
Boy 2. TOO.
We did it right this time, but it's still all red.
It's all red, but this time it's a little bigger.
So the Virtual Boy is cool. It's like actual 32-bit hardware and is more powerful. So it could have been more powerful than a Super Nintendo, but for some reason they chose red. Red gives you headaches.
Yeah, too bad it hurts your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Too bad it was just painful.
Well, I think the technology was pretty new. The 3D technology was like pretty new, and that's what they were banking on. And they couldn't afford to like mass produce a unit that could use all the colors, so they had to pick a color.
They fell for the siren song of the Sega. Let's release all this crap.
But there are good Virtual Boy games, and there's an exclusive Wario Land game that came out on Virtual Boy that's really good.
Yeah. Virtual Boy is one of the fastest collections to grab. You can get 90% of the collection for dirt cheap, but there's 3 or 4 games that are
2 or 3 games that
are Jack Bros or the Snow Bros.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Jack Bros. It's the one with the
Persona.
Persona character. Yeah, it's really, really, really expensive.
And like a robot game or something.
What was up with that? Did you guys ever play with that Super Nintendo bazooka?
The Super Scope?
Yeah.
Super Scope is alright. It's not as cool as the Zapper for the NES, but it's still cool.
Zapper's just easier to use. The Super Scope was very gimmicky, very mid-90s.
It took 6 AA batteries or some shit like that. Yeah,
I always wanted it so
car
bad.
battery.
I wanted it so bad for like a week, as far as I can remember.
I want to play Yoshi's Cookie.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I want to play that.
Well, it's Yoshi Safari.
Yoshi Safari. Sorry. The 2 other games that you can play with it.
There's like 12 games.
Okay.
There's like a decent amount.
I'm sure most of them are
the channel
really similar.
SNES Drunk. He's been covering a bunch of Super Scope.
Yeah, he's
games
been covering all of them in a row, pretty much.
Oh, nice.
And some of them seem cool.
We could do a whole episode on peripherals.
Ooh, I got it on the idea chart. Favorite peripheral or favorite controller. I think that's what I have more specific.
Yeah, you have favorite controller, but I didn't think of peripherals.
Yeah,
peripherals.
Cool
That's
stuff.
Good episode.
There's so many. There's too many peripherals.
Oh man.
Moving on.
Alex Bowler.
Yeah.
What is your first pick for party games? You've been oddly silent.
He's been deciding. It's a tough choice. There's so many options.
There are.
All right, so first pick for party games, we gotta.
Are you all right?
Oh, barely.
Yeah, you look like you're hanging in there, man.
Spoiler alert.
We did a little bit of a
We're drunk.
pre-Game Budz pre-party, and
Oh yeah.
GHB.
But, like, a party game, like, is there a party game you would like to talk about, Bowler?
All right, no, I got 2. So
Yes. What's your first pick?
So the first is Jackbox.
Jackbox Party Pack.
Is that your final answer?
Who wants to be a millionaire? That's soundtrack there.
Ooh, that's a party game. Okay.
That's a good party game.
Would you like to phone a friend? I'm gonna do my Regis Philbin.
This is your Regis Philbin here.
That's good. That's good. We share a birthday with Regis. He was born on August 25th. Yeah. He's a Virgo.
That's right. You got it.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Is that your final answer?
Oh, thank God. I had entirely stopped paying attention.
But yeah, Jackbox.
But I got some interesting shit to talk about. So one of my favorite party games to come up. Like, all right, we got some people coming over. We're gonna play some games, and the most important thing to me is to keep it easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Keep it accessible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we try to play some games. It gets intense. Like very recently, I tried to play. I had a party. Tried to play some games. Got intense. Too technical. So
Ended up in a fight.
Too cerebral.
Yeah, they were
Exactly.
playing
for an
Risk.
inebriated mind.
Exactly. So we played some Jackbox, and it was a fucking blast. And but to be a part of this, I did a little bit of research. So
All right.
What? You did some homework.
exactly. So
Homework. Go on.
You did your homework.
So the Jackbox games. It started as a treasure of the mind.
A treasure of the mind.
Exactly.
Was that like the original name for it?
Exactly. So
Oh, okay.
It started out
I
as
was
a treasure.
like, it's
of
a
the mind.
treasure of the mind. Like it was a really good idea.
no, not even close. So I came into this like trying to do a little bit of research into the game, and so the Jackbox started as a. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I got my. Oh. So the Jackbox started as a game called The Treasures of the Mind, and it was hosted by the one and only Paul Rubens.
Oh, Pee Wee.
Dude, I cannot believe that.
If Pee Wee would be hosting that still, I think I would. I mean, I like the games a lot. So
I play that shit. Oh man,
That would be
Just to
really
hear
cool.
his
it would be cool.
voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like it a lot more if
Oh.
it had like an actual celebrity,
Some fibbage.
somebody people like instead of that generic voice.
Or Drawful with him insulting you.
Oh, yeah.
The best Jackbox game, I think. I mean, I think everybody would say it's Whiplash.
Oh.
Any version of Whiplash is a fun one
It's the most
to play.
universal. I think.
Yeah, and I like that. You can have like what is it? Whiplash 8 players or 6? But either way,
It's, I think it's like 8. Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
can be infinity because you can have judges, so you can have a
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
house of people
Yeah, that one's
with their
really cool.
cell phones connected and playing the game.
Yeah, we've
Together.
done that multiple times. Like,
I mean, we did that in quarantine. That was one of the games we were able to play during quarantine, and all like play remotely. Although the host had like a 10-second advantage on everything.
The ones that were super timed, like if it was like a quick draw thing, that was kind of unfair. But if it was just like time to input your answers, it was a little better.
If you had to draw and you weren't the host, you lost like 10 seconds
you
of
better
crucial drawing time.
You better go. You better draw that. Whatever shape that you're trying to draw, and it comes out not what you're looking.
It really brings out a nasty side of our particularly our friend group. Just like the amount of cum jokes.
It's just cum, poo poo, pee pee, caca humor.
Whatever wins is the most offensive or disgusting.
Incest, humor.
Just the worst things you can think of.
Two twins in the gang, it just makes it too easy for the incest.
Twincest jokes.
Exactly.
It's funny every time. Every time you hear twincest, it's funny.
You know, that is an odd thing about being a twin is how many times people insinuate that there's some weird shit that's going on.
It's almost like they want it to. Like they always.
So if you jack off, does he feel it?
Yeah, they always want to know the weird stuff.
Why can't, like, if the sensations transfer, why not to say, if you eat a hamburger, do you taste it? Like, you don't have to jump to, like, a weird extreme. Like,
yeah. That one is kind of extreme. Most of the time, people will be like, "If I punch him, will you feel it?"
That's just an excuse to
hit us. Yeah,
just an excuse to punch us in the arm.
You're fucking dumb. And the amount of times I've been asked if I have psychic powers in my life is mind-boggling. It's baffling that people would think that that's a real thing. Yeah. Psychic powers are not real. You can't read each other's minds. I don't care who you are. You can't read each other's
twins
minds.
Before us have done it, so why do you think we can do it?
Yeah. There's no way to do it.
What are your credentials here? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, on what grounds does this work for you?
I have a degree in twinology.
What do our twin listeners think? That's a question I'm putting out to all the twins that might listen to this. Can you guys read each other's minds? Because my brother and I, we're identical, and we cannot read each other's fucking minds.
No, we tried.
Hey, no liars. No liars out there.
The weirdest thing that happens is we say the same thing at the same time a little more frequently than most people, but that's just because we grew up together. Like, we were roommates for like 17 years in a row. So
me and my partner, like, sometimes like end up saying or thinking the exact same thing. Like, it just happens. You exist in the same place, and you kind of get on the same wavelength.
Dude, yeah, exactly. My partner and I'm like, I wake up in the morning. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go take a shit.
And she says the same thing.
Yeah, that's the
first I was going to go take a shit.
Oh, all right. Well, come on. Well, join me. Let's go do...
Well, that was weird. Let's both take a shit.
So we do it. It's great.
True love.
Yeah, you know what? You probably both could play Jackbox while you were shitting together.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you play Whiplash.
Just join a random game online.
You could play it with us while you're both taking a shit.
You know, we're both here. I mean, let's see what Ryan and Danielle are doing. Maybe they're also taking a shit right now and would like to play Whiplash. Just a quick game while we're...
Shitlash.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we call it Shitlash.
Shitlash.
Yeah, when we do it on
the loser gets shit on.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, yeah. Well.
It's weird enough that you're playing while shitting, but the loser having to be shat upon makes it even worse.
Oh, yeah, those are some real stakes.
Oh, no. Yeah, well, that's just the games you play when you get married.
That's just the meta game.
Things get old. You gotta start.
You just shit on each other. After you get married, you just start shitting on each other constantly. Trust me. Wait till it happens to you, man. Oh, you're getting married? Well, that's a mistake. I hate my wife.
What's happened to us?
So you said obviously the best game is Whiplash. But what is your personal favorite of all the games of the Jackboxes you played? What is your favorite game?
I think the one that besides Whiplash, I think that one I'm just gonna say nobody picked Whiplash. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
I like the one where you have to design the T-shirts.
Ooh,
and somebody
battle.
comes up with a name for the shirt, and somebody comes up with the
Yes.
the picture on the shirt.
Yeah.
That one is so funny.
It's so much fun because it takes like the drawful and the Whiplash and stuff
And combines
kind of
them.
mixes it together because you can get like an awful thing and like people can draw like you can get people who are like drawing innocently and trying to like actually do the stuff, and then you get like
And you get dicks.
cum rag
Yeah.
and like shit burger and like like eat my farts, like, and you get
All the
most
classics.
ridiculous like combinations.
Just having a shirt that's called cum rag would
It's
be
like
it's pretty funny because no matter what you put on it, it's going to be associated with a cum
Yeah.
rag.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
such
a
a
shirt
good
that says
name
cum
for a
rag
t-shirt
on it.
brand.
It turns that shirt into a cum rag.
Yeah, and then you get someone who drew like I don't know, like puddles or something with white or something, and like that's wow, like it's a perfect match made in heaven, like
We should make like off-white tees, just plain off-white with like some like little splotches near the navel, and call them
Cum rag tees.
Cum rag tees.
There's
Dude,
no.
Can you
No
imagine
label.
that as like a swatch? You're trying to pick out a color for your wall, and it's just an off-white with some darker splotches on it.
oh no.
You could have a nice cum rag.
Cum
paint.
rag white.
Cum rag white.
It's like a little bit grosser than eggshell.
See, we just talked about Jackbox, and we're already on the cum jokes.
It's infectious. Like you can't not like just get disgusting. Like like that's definitely one that you
Dude,
can like get really gross on.
I've been there's a couple bars around here that have Jackbox going all the time, and it doesn't ever get that blue.
No, you
Out-
can't.
out in
it's
public,
just us.
No one wants to unleash it as much as we do. It's more comfortable, like when you're in an intimate. But there's a little fun to be had when it's in public because you kind of like try to push it, but not make it too obvious.
I mean, I like to let my friends know that it's my answer.
Well, I mean, obviously
for
you
sure.
can definitely pick it up, but
Yeah.
everyone gets the nuances.
Nicks are always ones you get kind of go.
Oh my god.
I went there. I
Nick-
always go there.
Nick goes there.
Oh my.
All right. So I'm sorry. I lost it there, but I did do a little bit of research on the Jackbox.
Really?
I wanted to come in here ready to go. And so I think I was introduced to Jackbox originally by Christina and Eiley.
Oh, okay.
Playing some of the drawful.
Drawful. Okay.
Drawful, yeah.
Been playing the drawful.
And in my opinion, like, all right, so it's hard to find a perfect party game, but you get a game where it's easy to explain, where the game explains it as you go.
It explains it to you. Yeah, that's one thing that's
Exactly.
really good about those games.
Yeah.
So no matter how drunk you are, it'll tell you how to play.
Every time.
And very well, like just to the point.
Yeah, it's concise. It doesn't go on for too long, but they make they did a good job with
Brilliant
that.
design.
It makes it a good party game for sure. For sure.
I think that's like honestly the biggest point of it. Like a good game is it has to be easy to come across. Like if you have to sit there and explain it and go through it, then you're gonna lose your audience right away.
Yeah, they have to make it accessible. Like, I mean, it's a party game, so they make it accessible to everybody. They make it. They make it pretty straightforward on the rules in those games, which is part of the fun. Is like anybody can play it.
I think that's also one of the major advantages of Jackbox versus 8-bit, where like the instructions sometimes are like.
What do you mean? 8-bit's instructions are press A.
Well,
it's literally press A, and then it just tells you like hit the volleyball,
I guess that's
dodge
true.
the bull.
The
like
objectives could be a little ambiguous, but the instructions
Yeah.
are like Mario Party, so they
Yeah,
tell
you're
you what to
right.
do.
8-bit is a little more platformer based, though. It's not at quite as accessible, but it's still pretty easy.
Well, I think it's more of an actual video game than Jackbox.
Yeah.
Jackbox is like a video board game or something like that. Because I think
Yeah.
it's like a spin-off of You Don't Know Jack, or made by the same
Ultimately.
people who did
Yeah,
that,
it's
which was a
curated by
popular
them.
like trivia card game. So
that.
it's kind of an extension, but it's a video game because it's on TV. And but you don't have to have a console to play it. You can just have it on your computer, and anybody with a cell phone can play. And that is a great feature
It's
about
so
it.
cool. It's
Yeah.
like YouTube Q on the TV with the game.
On that note, I think it's time we take a little smoke break, recollect ourselves, and come back for round 2 of party games.
Decollect ourselves.
Decollect, yeah. We're really just gonna play Jackbox and make cum jokes.
Yeah. If you like what we do and want to support the Game Buds, please consider giving our podcast a like or review on whatever platform you find us on. If you want to reach out to us directly, send us an email at gamebudspodcast@gmail.com. That's buds with a Z. Or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for your support, and see you next week. Bye!